All right, so several years ago we planted a couple of rose bushes, not real expensive rose bushes, just a couple we bought. This one's always done real well. No roses on it yet, but we had this second one over here that, if you look at the difference in size, see how small it is. You take a look at that, it doesn't look very big, but it's got this beautiful rose on it. Just sitting outside, I was just showing you the rose bushes that we planted, and that little small one, just a story about that little rose bush. It did very well for a year or two, then it seemed like it just wanted to die out, didn't want to grow, completely went away. I'll be honest, it got so small a couple times I hit it with a weed eater and chopped it down, and you know, the fighting little thing just keeps coming back year after year. And if you saw that beautiful orange rose on there, it's well worth the effort that it takes for this little rose bush to keep coming back. And we're believing for it to grow into something even bigger. And you know, guys, there's a word called resilience that I believe the Lord puts on each of us, that He's made us more resilient than we can imagine, that we keep bouncing back from things and we keep coming back stronger. And we have more in us than we can ever really imagine. But I was reading this morning in Ezekiel chapter 37, where Ezekiel was called up by the Spirit into the valley of dry bones. I just heard a motorcycle come by, I had to look. So God took him into this valley. It was full of bones, and they were very, very dry. And God looked at Ezekiel and He said, "Son of man, can these bones live?" And Ezekiel just said the wisest words. He said, "God, you know." And you know, the wisdom about that, a lot of times there are things that we look at that we can't see any hope in, that we can't imagine anything positive will ever work from these things. But God takes those things and He turns them into something brand new. That valley of dry bones, you go read that for yourself today. You'll see how God just took these dead bones and brought new life into them, and they rose up to be a mighty army. So there are things in your life right now that may not look promising, may not look hopeful, but just hang in there, put your faith and your trust in God. Just believe that He can and will do everything that He said He will do, and you'll be amazed to see the new life that God can bring around you. Even like that little rose bush, over the winter, I thought it was gone for sure, but I just walked out and looked, and boom, there's that beautiful rose just popped up out of nowhere. So these places in your life, maybe there's some dreams that you've held on to and you thought there wasn't a hope. Hang in there, because God's got a plan for you. God's got a plan for your dreams. Hold on to your dreams. Hold on to that hope, because God can bring new life today. Guys, I'm Pastor Daniel from the Rock Worship Center. Just wanted to share this encouraging word with you. Don't give up. Hang in there. Fight the funk and keep pressing forward, because God's got great things planned for you. God bless you. Hope to see you soon.